You poor, poor man.
Indeed. While I never go full-on drunk like you, I have on occasion raised a drink to a fallen soldier or huntsman.
The important thing is to honor the memory of those who fell. But yes, it is quite a shame the alcohol can't dull the pain for him.
It wasn't your fault, Steve. It was all Schmidt and Zola. If it wasn't for them, none of this would have happened.
But then there also wouldn't have been any need for super soldiers, and Steve wouldn't have been made what he is now.
No, they were already making that threat to deal with the previous threat of Hitler and the Nazis. Schmidt was just reprioritized as the bigger threat. And clearly for good reason.
Still, Bucky did everything he could to help Steve. He was the greatest partner he could have asked for. And I hope to be that good of a partner someday.
Ruby has told me many stories of your adventures together, Weiss. From what she said, you already are that kind of partner.
That is also true. Remember that, students. Even if the worst happens and you lose someone close to you in a mission gone wrong, you may mourn and miss them, but do not ever doubt their actions. Simply honor their memory and the choice they made for the greater good. It's as Miss Schnee said, he gave his life doing his best to save Steve's. If he had to die in battle, I'm certain that is the way he would have chosen.
Pyrrha nodded at this, feeling the same way. After all, according to Gian, that's how she would have met her end at Cinder's hands, trying to stop her in order to save all her friends. She thought for a moment, and then everyone suddenly had a small mug of root beer.
To Bucky. Yes! Back together!
Blake said quietly but excitedly. Not quite quietly enough, however.
Aw, did you want Steve to stand at attention for her? He had to climb a flagpole to ride with her earlier, but now you want her to ride his flagpole.
Yang teased as Blake turned as red as Pyrrha's hair.
Shut up. That's quite enough, both of you. There is no need for that kind of talk here.
No, all those people. Oh, that it! It's leg-breaking time!
Easy, Pinky. There's nothing you can do. Steve is their best chance of stopping them now.
Come on, Steve! You can do it!
It has to be that place from the beginning, where Schmidt was having that guy paint his portrait, and where they first made those weapons.
The one inside the mountain. That's right! I'd nearly forgotten about it. Nicely done, Mr. Ark.
That has got to be the stupidest plan I've ever heard.
Cinder screeched, as someone who'd been planning months in advance for the fall of Beacon and adjusting according to any new detail she encountered. Her brain simply wouldn't process the idea of someone just outright charging into a heavily fortified base, full of highly advanced weaponry.
I'm sure there must be more to the plan, Cinder. Let's just keep watching.
Velvet said nervously, trying along with Ruby and Neo to calm the furious half-maiden.
That was so cool!
Not to mention resourceful, using the grenades of an enemy soldier to take out both him and one of his allies, while wasting none of our own weapons. Very impressive.
Indeed. While I admit I agree with Miss Fall about the forwardness of this plan, the approach to the base was very well done.
Oh man, that's awesome! I wish Bumblebee could do that.
Self-driving cars. I'm surprised that's not something your dear old dad came up with.
Crow said, looking at the Schnee sisters.
I'm putting it on the long list of projects to attempt once we return home and I take over the SDC from Father.
What? Did you all just miss him blowing a tank, launching into the base on a ramp, and fighting those guys?
Well, duh, we saw it! That's awesome too! But the bike driving itself? Come on!
Wow, all this time and all it took was a couple of flamethrowers to stop him. When he's taken everything but their last base. I bet they feel stupid.
I would have rushed in and drop-kicked one of them!
But then all they'd have to do is bring their flamethrowers together on him.
Then he can drop and roll under the flames and escape!
Everyone was shocked. Sure, there might be a few extra complications than that, but certainly if he timed it right, as was careful enough, that might have actually allowed Steve to escape before all the guns were upon him.
That was actually quite an impressive strategy, Nora,
Pyrrha admitted, causing the bombardier to get a massive grin on her face.
Says the man who thinks he's a god. I could fry this man, and even I'm not arrogant enough to believe I'm that powerful.
You totally were at one point, but Little Red filed down your rough edges.
Nice one!
Yang declared, high-fiving Neo.
Neo, Yang, you're both dead!
Cinder snapped as Ruby looked away with a small blush. Was she really the reason Cinder was mellowing down? No way. It had to be these epic movies and their awesome messages. Right? Everyone was shocked by Steve's simple yet powerful answer.
Wow, just wow.
He would be the greatest soldier in our world's history. And yet, he doesn't see himself as such.
That's because, unlike Tony, Steve doesn't have an ego. He is the most humble and modest man you will ever meet, which is more than what I can say for your ace operatives, James.
Just Aesop's? For anyone from Atlas, modesty doesn't exist.
You aren't exactly the most humble man yourself, Branwen.
Winter snapped. Still, she couldn't help but be amazed that Steve was at least on par with a freshly graduated huntsman. Yet he still believed he was nothing special. And, while she'd hate to agree with Crow, both she and the Aesops could be just a bit overconfident at times. Especially Harriet. Does everything have to be a competition to that girl?
So cool!
You can do it, Steve! Get up and take him down!
You have to. They can't beat you like this.
Surprise, jerkface! Sensational! A masterfully executed distraction that allowed Steve's allies to set themselves up for the perfect ambush.
If only it were so easy to bring down Salem in that manner.
Yes, storm the fortress. Decimate his forces, and make those that remain grovel in despair for working for such a delusional madman. Smack them down with the harsh hand of reality.
Jeez, you're remaining me of cinder.
But I can't say I disagree. Take him down, Peggy.
Get those jerks. They've hurt too many people. They have to be stopped.
Everyone winced at seeing the soldiers obliterated in such a manner.
Damn. He's far more capable than I imagined.
We knew he has the same powers as Steve, but he almost never engages in the fight himself. So you'd think those powers and skills would dull with such little use.
But clearly that must only be what he wants people to think. As we did see, he was matching Steve for as brief as their fight was before, and now he's clearly showing a mastery of weapons he's designed.
Everyone burst out laughing.
Man, that Colonel got some of the best lines in this movie.
Yeah, I wrote down at least 3 of them for my notebook of one-liners for my team to use in our fights.
Oh, goody. I can't wait to go through them.
Pyrrha said, resisting the urge to scream as Ren groaned and put his face in his hands while Nora cried.
Yeah, Peggy!
Again, after seeing Tony and Thor do almost everything themselves, it's nice to see that Steve still needs assistance every so often.
Indeed. Peggy even seems capable enough to be the star of her own adventures.
Oh, and they're taking Schmidt's car. That's amazing insult to injury.
Either way this goes down, I don't see him needing it anymore. Still, it is funny to see the Colonel just take it.
I know I would.
Under normal circumstances, I'd say that's entirely too dangerous. But at this point, they're out of options.
But couldn't they just call in more planes to shoot down the Valkyrie?
They're likely too far out to catch it in time. Plus, it looks heavily armored, and the planes we've seen don't seem to have the most powerful weaponry on them.
Everyone chuckled at this.
Disappointed, Blake? Yang, I said shut up.
I've seen the Yaoi edition of Ninjas of Love, Blake, so don't say you're not into it.
RWBY declared angrily with a bit of a pout, still upset about seeing such filth.
You saw that?
Blake and Yang asked, Blake horrified, and Yang furious that her little sister's innocence had been tainted.
Miss Belladonna, we may have to have a serious discussion about the type of literature you keep and where you keep it.
Oh man, that was so close!
Joan said, letting out a huge sigh of relief.
I almost wasn't sure they'd make it.
Ren agreed, letting out the breath he didn't know he was holding.
Yeah, but now Steve's on his own against who knows how many Hydra agents, and who knows what other kind of tech.
You're close to making the same mistakes as Schmidt, Neo. You're underestimating Steve.